let it go. Let it go, you don't stand a chance. I'm the real romance. Let's dance. Oh, to the side, come on, step away. You can call me out when you're gone. It's me, no one else but me. Get the hint. You're out to the
Level 6! And
我
we
在
have
这
it!
里，
Big
凡
orange
人。
bird!
Who is going to win?
Well, the Shadow Hunter is not the portal too quickly, maybe?
别催我，
Zero's
如
tournament
你
life.
所愿。
Are we going? Silence on the
尝尝这个。
Blade. That was used, so we can use the shackles now. But is there silence on the paladin as well? Maybe the supply?
别挡道。
Archmage? Demon Hunter is dead now though, isn't he? Potion!
尝尝这个。
No way! The knight killed the one! No way! This was never meant to happen. Welcome everybody to the Dolphin Warcraft Super League. $28,000 on the line in our 6-week tournament. We are going closer and closer towards the finish line, and it's time for the Triforce to make an appearance. It's time for the 3 best players in the world, and that is Happy, Lynn, and Fortitude on their normal days at least. And we'll see if these guys are in shape or if there's some upsets today, because yesterday, what a hell of a show that was between Fly and Labyrinth, and there's of course a little bit of hope that Fly can repeat this performance. Awesome to see so many familiar faces. Thank you, Naze, for the resub. 9-map stream, let's go. Hyde, both with a lot of 1s and a lot of 4s in their name. I assume you're both born in April. Oksumi, thank you for the 22-month. Let's go, Fly. Get your subs in, get your primers in. You don't want this interrupted by ads, of course. 3 maps, 3 times best of 5, and nothing but playoff ranks up for grabs here. And points, of course, that lead to the playoff ranks. From here on out, we'll see a lot of Happy, Lynn, and Fortitude. Get used to it. And especially as a Lynn fan, you should mark tomorrow in your calendar, because Lynn is going to be playing twice tomorrow. Festivities for the Horde. So, Dolphin Warcraft Super League is the premier tournament. This is our content for the past couple of weeks, and a couple of players are almost done with the league. And other players, like a 40 or a Lynn, still have a marathon ahead of them. You need 14 matches in total, as we have 15 players, and you can't play against yourself. I mean, you could. That would be odd. Anyway, Happy is on top currently. We rank this table by points per match because the discrepancy is so high. Some people have 13 matches, some people have 5. So points per match is the metric. Happy on top there, the only player above 5. 1 lost series against Labyrinth. He's not undefeated anymore. Labyrinth is still on the win streak, but my lord, was that close yesterday versus Fly, who of course is at the bottom of the barrel. So it's rank 1 versus rank 15 today. But that match on Twisted Meadows. That match on Twisted Meadows yesterday of Fly and Labby. Hopefully Fly can create some chaos and thrive again. But of course, Happy is the favorite. Everything but a 3-0 for Happy would be a surprise. He 3-0'd Focus before. He 3-0'd a lot of people. And for Fly, it's unfortunately the other way around. But, oh, yeah, the mic through. I had to adjust the mic yesterday to even it out with Hubert. Thank you for the reminder. Shape is looking better. Fly got a map versus Starbuck. He got a map versus Colorful and could have gotten more actually. And yesterday versus Labyrinth, just freaking phenomenal. Hopefully, he can continue that way. He still has to play Happy and Lynn. So we expect Fly in the first day of Ascension. He can only surpass Moon, I think, in that regard. Or maybe Starbuck, actually. And has to hope for Lynn to not score. Yeah, he can only surpass Lynn. This is gonna be tough. So, Fly, this is for the fans, for the entertainment. And for Happy, it's of course about rank 1, because whoever ends up rank 1 in the regular stage will be going into the grand final directly. But of course, a lot of people want to get there. For example, Fortitude, the tier 1 big bout machine, is back after a little bit of a break. Was very impressive versus Fly, was very impressive versus Infi.
To all Warcraft fans.
Thank you very much, co-pilot. 4 years, congrats. That Human Mirror 40 was so clean, man. That's scary for everyone else. Starbuck has a Herculean task ahead of him. He is unfortunately not performing that well. On great weeks and in great times, Starbuck can be top 5 in the world. Currently, he is not able to do more than rank 13. Maybe an upset win today will get him there. But yeah, 40 is the big favorite, and I think we also expect Starbuck to play Orc. Then, the big question mark, Lin. He is up against his fiercest rival of the past 20 years, that is Moon. Rank 1 in the all-time earnings against rank 2 in the all-time earnings. They, of course, matched each other many times. Oftentimes, the matches, not the craziest bangers, rather one-sided to one side or another. But the last encounter in WSB was a 3-2. And hopefully we get a close encounter here as well. Lin is coming from a lose streak against the 2 undeads. Hopefully that's just his weak matchup. He had some issues versus Life. That's some time ago though. And Moon, for him, it is the second last match of the league. Of course, also a bit disappointing to have the WCG connected grand final at the bottom too. He has to play Lin, he has to play Labby. He's the underdog going into both of his series. But, you know, some people thrive with the underdog situation. I'm checking my Flow TV. So far, I don't see a game. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Fly is the red, but he gave us great matches. He gave us great entertainment, that is for sure. Always rooting for underdogs. There is a non-zero possibility that Fly takes a map. Of course, historically, Happy is ahead, but especially when they met on LAN, there were some upsets possible. Of course, this is played online. Everything else would be crazy. But yeah, Fly needs his A game. That is for sure. Let's take a look at the statistics at Warcraft3.info. That is the match that we'll see the soonest. And you see, Fly in most of the matches got at least one map in the past 2 encounters, including the last offline event at Stars War. That was not the case. And maybe we gotta talk about offline events a little bit. Cause I said this yesterday already on Twitter, or on the broadcast that I saw something on Twitter. Our Chinese friend Orkwolf says, Warcraft 3 offline tournaments in China are reviving. Stay tuned soon. Lots of party and flame emojis. And he speaks in plural, so multiple. Cool. And then today, I was on a Discord. That was the Liquipedia Discord. Where is that thing? Just in case the person doesn't want to be recognized, they cut it off. Someone that I trust a lot. I heard that there's a new offline tournament in China, Xiamen, in September, organized by BBC. Maybe it's a tier 1 tournament and international. That would be quite crazy, actually. BBC coming up with an offline event. I have never heard of Xiamen, so it's probably like 3 million people living there. That would be great, man. We've been waiting for an offline event in 2025 for a long time. So far, we struggled to get a Rara up. But news on that probably soonish as well. And good news coming there from China. So hype, 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 hype. Once again, thank you for the support coming in. Thank you, Copilot. Thank you, Goody. Thank you, Oxum. Thank you, Hyde. Thank you, Nase. 4 million, actually. Oh, literally? Now, it's 1.7. It's 1.7. It's a tiny little village. It's a tiny little village. Where is it? I see. It's like here. East of Hong Kong and Guangzhou. Usually, our events have always been in Shanghai. I can't remember one in Harbin, which is like north somewhere. North. Yeah, there it is. Very, very far north. No events in Beijing, actually. Maybe it's too expensive. Who knows? But yeah, that would be cool. That would be super cool. Hopefully the Chinese get an offline event together, and hopefully it has a cool system. Is it possible to get a visa? Yeah. It should be relatively simple. So for some players, easier than for others. Of course. But yeah, that's the state of the world. So, happy and... Oh, we apparently start with Moon and Lin. That's the game that's up. Interesting. I wasn't aware that they flipped the schedule. Let me check my WeChat group. I had a Soul 8 man up on my phone. Whoops. Okay, then, other than reported, Happy and Fly will be playing later. And we jump into game 1. Man, the top 2 players in the earnings still playing against each other in 2025. On many people's Mount Rushmore, both players are present. For some, they are the GOATs. And you can make great cases for the GOAT status for both of them. Surely the greatest Night Elf against surely the greatest Orc in the overall history of this game. Their stats are also very, very close together overall. Lin should today be the better player when we judge the results of the past couple of months and years, actually. Other Night Elves have surpassed Moon. Nobody has surpassed Lin in playing the Horde. Lin's coming in with 2 losses. He needs to score if he wants to start late in the Ascension phase. Let's see where this goes. Lin at the bottom left-hand side, Moon at the upper right-hand side. We have, of course, a best of 5 to our hands. If you win 3-0, that is 6 points. If you win 3-1, that is 5 points. If you win 4-2, that is 4 points for you. And if you lose, then you get the points equal to the amount of maps that you get. Lin sounded a bit frustrated versus Undead. I think Focus and Fly both have shown that there are ways to win against Undead recently. Lin historically has been very displeased with the Orc matchup versus Night Elf. So we'll see what he has in store for us. Or maybe the bigger question is what Moon has in store for us. Because he surely can be counted as the more creative player of the two. The meta currently is again Dryad Bears. The question is, how many bears, how many dryads, when the tier 3 tech, and what can you do in the early game? Since it's Moon, there might be some Keeper shenanigans. Since it's Moon, there might be some Huntress shenanigans, but this has fallen out of meta. Maybe Moon is of the opinion, though, that he needs some off-meta shenanigans. Moon's shape, roller coaster. Between heaven and hell, he has these days where we're all praising him, and he looks like the Moon of old, and he busts out the Zeppelin micro, and everything looks so fine. And then there's days where just nothing comes together. That was the case versus Sock first and foremost. It was 2 days ago. A little bit disappointing in that regard, but he still has it in him on a good day. Starting off with Ring of Superiority and Clauses, of course. Nice. Level 2. And yes, we see a lot of Demon Hunter, and it shouldn't be the biggest surprise that we see Demon Hunter. The question is, how do you skill him? In this matchup, Kaho among the best, if not the best. And he seems very convinced that Immolation level 2 is the way. I like that Moon is creeping with Immolation at the very least. So that speeds it up. He had some days where his creeping was really, really slow in comparison because he did not go for Immolation. So nice to see that adjustment. Lin, pretty passive. And an interesting creep route as he's going for the Nerubian. That's another item that you can get here. Of course, Grunt very tanky. You can heal after the camp. And it shouldn't be contested, right? Like, not at all. Ooh, that's so tricky. That's so cool. And he's in punching distance. If Moon is going for the orange now, it seems like Lin absolutely did the homework.
Player's forces are under attack.
And comes in with the Windwalk. The reveal doesn't hit him. Moon has the right idea. It's just a little too early. Reveal again. And Lin gets it. Item was the parry app, and he gets that one as well. The Goat Orc with the great steal. And an exclamation mark towards the rest of the series, I guess. The first encounter clearly going to Lin. And so well done, man. So well timed. Optimized as well with the Nerubians here and the Arachnithids on the left-hand side. And Moon, unlucky. Just a bit unlucky. Grunts are in position to continue creeping. Moon thinks, okay, I got illusions. I can scout with that. What are you doing? Where can I punish you? If you hear some slaps in between, by the way, I got, once again, an absurd amount of mosquitoes here, which is hell of annoying, and they kind of sucked me dry already, like a blood mage sucks a panda dry all the time, but hopefully we'll make it through. We got double beastery. This has become more or less the norm, as you expect the Night Elf to open up with quite some Dryads until you stabilize and then tech. And Dryads are a pretty good counter to the alternative of the double beastery, which is Raider Walker. Walker are great against bears, are not that great or very ineffective against Dryads as they can't attack them, and there's also nothing to dispel. So Orcs have started to go with the double beastery, as Raiders are great control with Ensnare, and for once also great fighters. Shadowhunter is out. Also, you know, in this matchup, the heroes are set in stone. It's always Blade Master Shadowhunter. It's always Demon Hunter Keeper. Very rare in Warcraft these days that a combo is this set in stone and this default. Holy shit, he got him again, dude. He keeps the demon away from 3. Those are such big steals, and there was a little bit of doubt. I had a little bit of an argument yesterday with my buddy Chechi, since he kind of called Lin washed and out of shape in a subtext message. This doesn't look out of shape at all. This looks like someone who really, really, really wants the 6 points. and who really makes a good effort to punish Moon for being a little slower and a little careless. Invo Potion on the Blade is always nice. Heal Potion on the Shadow Hunter is also nice. Ogre, gotten, and, you know, bit of extra armor. And here we go. Hero focus galore. We have a staff. That's a nice trip home for the Critter Keeper. The Micro by Lin looking fantastic. He got the Demon Hunter surrounded at the tavern. 6 minute 30 of pure Lin dominance. With that, he doesn't even have to send the Raider home. He can park him here, heal him up again, be ready for end snares and cast another push. But yeah, Moon, a little bit ambitious here, right? He probably knew that Lin would be going for the Null Overseer thanks to the Hex. But what was there really to punish him? He's skipping Dryads altogether, which is an interesting approach, as he saw the double Raider. Raiders are always okay as long as you don't overproduce them. You can go for the Kodos anyway. So the double Beastery is never per se wrong, I would say, as Kodos are also some sort of bear counter, as they just eat them. Get another steal. No. Doesn't give it up. But yeah, levels, like half a level on the first hero, 1 level on the second hero. Very little map presence by Moon at all. Whenever he moved out, he got punished for it. And Lin's inventory is looking great. Lin's experience is looking great. Lin's army is looking great. Every single advantage in the book is on the side of Lin. But you know, never underestimate a Demon Hunter. If he's able to pimp him a little bit, get some items, find a timing, especially with the bears when there's few Kodos and few walkers. We have the transition here as well. Then there might be a little bit of a chance, but the Blade Master is a solid damage dealer here as well. What's the way out? This is the neutral ground. I'm very surprised actually to see Northern Isles as the first map, because Northern Isles is usually the #1 pick for orcs. Caribbean, thank you very much for your posts yesterday or tonight. Appreciate that a lot. A lot. Anyway, we got the fight. The grunts are already hurt. The Kodo snagged one of these bears. They are good fighters, of course, with Roar and Reju. The detonates are coming in, hitting the Shadow Hunter a little bit. Blade Master in trouble, but yeah, the big consumables, Health Stone as well. Raiders, in the absence of Dryads, really not the best fighters. They add to the control, of course. And Moon used the town portal before, right? Staff is on the demon, who is very tanky, but doesn't have evasion. So Lin makes the assessment that he can get the kill. Moon fumbles the staff pass and can't save his first hero. This is unfortunately not the 5th raised Moon on 100%. This seemed a rather slow execution at the end, but this was a wave of momentum for Lin. From the creep route to the first creep jack to the first fight, like every single situation was in favor of Lin, and clearly so. That happens. That happens. Man, it feels good to see that Lin is on fire. Goody, thank you for another gifted sub. You know, Goody, I'm getting a little suspicious if you're so generous. What's behind that? Thank you, mate. So many sins to repent? Okay, fair game, dude. There was a new PTR today. Was it covered? I feel the PTR has nothing for us to cover. Some editor stuff, some fixed crashes, and that's it. So, forgive me, Neo, I have sinned. Mr. J. Celerex. You, what's it called? Wait a second, I gotta look up the English word. You got a lot of letters of indulgence over the past couple of years. You're fine, J. Celerex. You're more than fine. Game 2. This is somewhat surprising, as I said. WSB, Moon was able to defeat Lin. And that was their last encounter a couple of weeks, not even a couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 1 week ago. There, Moon looked a little sharper and Lin looked a little slower. But seeing Moon on Springtime, with his history of being the, not the pioneer, but the influencer for talents. This might be talents, everybody. I don't want to raise too much hope because it could still be the regular strategies as well. But if there's a map where you play talents, it's this one. And you know, a little blast from the past would be nice. Regardless of the units, we always start with these two heroes. Hopefully, Moon is able to accelerate a little bit. We've seen him start rather slow into series in general. That was noticeable against Sock. Like the first two maps were a catastrophe. Before then, later on, things got a little better. What makes talent so viable? Chokes! Chokes here! Chokes there! Chokes everywhere. And if there's not too much surface area for especially raiders, then it's very hard for the orc to fight. Still, they would probably go for an expansion then. And fortify that. So there's definitely ways around it. And so far, fast tech again. Lin sharking. This time, less creeping on Lin's side. Mr. Apeman, it is a pleasure. I hope you had fun casting Labby and Fly. Especially the mirror image TP dodge was my personal highlight.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh. Moon had an idea. Oh, Lin still gets the kill. It feels like the animation was already there, but maybe not enough damage. Lin cleans this up so nicely. Big Invo Potion as well. Double circlet gloves. Lovely to see. And the tech just unfolds. Like nothing ever happened. So many ripple effects in Warcraft. AKP, Digga, 79. My dude, thank you, thank you. Rather calm start into the series. And Lin, man. Another windwalk. He is dusted this time. This time Moon is a little bit luckier and gets the item as well. Okay, definitely better. Definitely a better early game for Moon. He's not getting outclassed immediately. This looks like it's gonna be a more competitive match here on ST.
Player's forces
Aeroplane, old veteran. What's up, what's up, what's up? Dude has over 100 sub month. Moon playing a bit with fire here, eh? But there's no crit. There's only Windwalk, and Moon knows that there is no mana for that. So that's relatively simple as well. It is a straightforward matchup, we gotta say. Love to see that we have Wisps at the lab, so we can make use of Reveal in case we need it. Good to see. Good to see Moon not ending up in a disaster like yesterday. As I have, I'm a little bit distracted. Sorry guys, I forgot to do something before the cast. Gotta do that now. Alright. There we are. But I don't think we missed anything. Naga second. Naga second, double lore 1 base. Huh. It's Moon. I'd say mass dryads. But for that, you kind of need an Expo. And then Lin can just fortify up. Arthas, thank you for the 39.
Closing in on the 40B2W hive.
So we mask for the Shadow Hunter, quite nice. I wonder what this Naga is supposed to offer. But okay, Moon is cooking something. Definitely a chance for him to overcook it and oversalt it a little bit. But let's see. Let's judge him after the game. The Cold War continues. We're both gearing up to 40. Lin's Burrow seems a bit late actually. Whoops. Got a claw plus 8, got double circlet, got double gloves, man. His inventory is so good. And Moon, waiting in the wings with his beloved dryads. Last hit super important. And Lin gets it, and the Cloak of Flames, and the Speed Scroll, and the Disengage. Ooh, I hope this was not the backbone of Moon's strategy, because 0 losses. Mingy, thank you for the Prime. Crackersy, thank you for the Prime. Can Moon finally get a kill now? He does, with the grunt going down. No cement here. But End Snare and Focus, oh, so nice. In burrow range with 4 peons, great DPS. So Moon has a lot of map presence, but in the direct fights, he'll soon get the worst end of the stick. Because Raider counter Dryads in the right hands. And are there any better green-skinned hands than Lin's? I don't know. Clarity Speed Scroll self might be necessary. Can he reach the shop? Maybe. Demon Hunter level 2 Immolation as well. Naga getting punished. Has an Imbol ready. Lin is unfortunately for Moon one of the best Raider players that we've ever seen. The heal wave is late though, and Raiders are suffering. They got a good start into the fight. Late Master still tapping on that Naga. And a TP after taking the Berserker out. Some exit kills definitely possible. Reaches 1 archer and the Ancient of War. What's the longevity for Moon strat? Was it creep check into push and then hopefully you win? Or is there a plan B? Lin lost quite a bit. Immolation level 2 working fine again. In conjunction with the Naga that we usually see against Undead or Night Elf. Undead or human.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade Master's such a beast though. I don't think the Demon Hunter can contest this blade. Yet. Moon very active. It doesn't look like he has a plan B. It looks like he goes back to 50. He goes to the shop, and then we fight again. I was aiming for another red spot attempt, which doesn't really work. Then optimizing our items a little bit. And he is now the one to creep jack. What can Moon really accomplish here? I don't think there's much. Heal scroll invul. It looks like he's almost all in. Breaking upkeep super early. At least Moon is putting a spin on things. Realizes quickly vanilla Warcraft doesn't work. But Lin, he's not falling for that. Why would I fight you? You have the army. I got raiders, and with raiders I can destroy your base, but Moon ready for that. Had some dryads in the base, also the staff archer from before. Dryads slow everything down, of course. That is automatically damage mitigation. Pillage is ready now, so a little bit of gold. One Moon well down, shop down, so Moon can't go up to 60. The raider is targeted last second. Oh, that Kodo. That's a nice little dono. Still okay for Moon. I feel like for a person of Lin's status, anything but a 3-0 would disappoint him. But that Miss Rally was rather unlucky. The fork lightning timing by Moon was great. How long can we play this?
Player's forces are
Base race potential non-existent on Moon's side. When will Lin agree to a fight? He's getting a lot richer. Moon has the combat items. And good scouts. Dryad scouting here. Middle has a wisp. Left-hand side he covers himself. Can you pillage the creep tents? Nice question. But you don't get resources. You only get resources from things that cost something. And since the creep huts didn't cost anything for anyone, you don't. Good point, Sharky. 3 wisps on Moon only. Dryads are very lumber heavy. So far it's looking okay though. We're waiting for the big commitment. It seems like nobody is really sure if they can or want to take a fight. Both are pimped in their inventories with damage, with consumables. And towers now. That's always the problem with Dryads. What do they do if they walk into cement towers? First one down. Lin is getting a solid engagement once again. There's one more fork lightning. No mana potion whatsoever. Heal scroll saves the raider for a little bit. No headhunters, interestingly, to add to the damage and to make fights a little easier. But the raiders are just all over the Dryads. Look how they fall apart. It is ridiculous. That is why most Night Elves would go to tier 3 at some point. We got almost 2 saves here, but double kill for Moon. Keeps himself in the race. But what do you do against the Blade Master? This is 9 supply about to drop in, not including the Naga, who's just waiting for the Invo Potion to be up. Another one. So, absolute slaughter. Both players are losing everything. Interesting to see that Lin is only focusing units. Dryad back. Raiders are coming in. The Subi Mask should give him a little bit of sustain. Raiders are coming. This could be a 4 points round. Demon Hunter has no TP. That's on the Naga. Invo Potion guaranteed here. Invo Potion guaranteed here. Ooh, heal potion first and foremost. The body block of the Grunt is godlike. And Moon is a little bit lucky that there was almost no crit. Risky. Supply-wise, it's looking good. Same for XP. Oh, I love the heal scroll. Always very expensive to heal up Dryads, as they automatically regen mana as well. And that drains your moon juice. Moon got a tower up though. Lin not in position. Just aiming for a counterattack. There is a tree coming. It might be the win condition. But it should be very readable for a player of the caliber of Lin. It's not though. What's the win condition now? Expo Mass Dryads tier 2. Usually we all know how strong a Demon Hunter can be. Steel? Did you get it again, dude? Goddamn Lin. But usually that's a Demon Hunter with an orb. We won't get an orb here. It's tier 2. And here comes Lin for yet another fight. Town Portal only available on Moon. 3 Raiders on 1 Dryads. The Ensnares are flying. The Hexes as well. But this is quite some damage. Another Mass Murder. Triple level up. All the XP in the air. Oh, can you smell it? Blade Master on the way to kill 2 more units. Speed Scroll disengage. Blade. Oh, that was a bit lucky for Moon. Lin was in Windwalk, spared the 2 Dryads. Sapper was nice. We see that more and more, huh? That we get Sappers in fights. Didn't lead to many kills though. Except that expo. That's what I missed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, since my blood is sucked by mosquitoes, I'm even worse than I usually am. So yeah, that expo win condition. That's a bit of an issue now, isn't it? How do you fight with 50 food? And now we also have lumber issues all of a sudden. He can't even heal the Dryads anymore. Feels like the genius of Lin striking again. Heal Scroll saves him for a little bit, but they're not green. That's 1 kill, 2 kills, soon to be 3. And the Naga doesn't look too rosy anymore either. Grande Lin. Can you even call that struggle? Did he struggle? I mean, he was down in supply for a little bit. But it always felt like he had a clear path to victory. Might be overcommitting to a degree. Invo Potion at the ready. Town Portal to save his life. But yeah, Moon knows there's no recovery from that. The missed... sorry for missing the Sapper. I apologize. That clearly the play of the game to secure the kill of the expo. And that's the thing with Mass Dryads, man. if you don't get an advantage very, very, very early on, whether with the creep jack that Moon tried, or with a push into the base as Moon tried, or with an expansion as Moon tried, they just fall off so hard. Great control, good damage over time, magic immunity, we don't have to talk about that, but magic immunity doesn't help too much versus Orc, does it? Oh, good to see Lyn. Good to see Lyn in shape. That's fine. He's not falling into the trap of going walkers at some point. Not greedily trying to counter expand. Just more fights. More fights with the raiders, more kills. And eventually, especially with Demon Hunter Naga, especially when there is no tier 3, Blade Master outshines Demon Hunter.
Go Lyn less than 3.
Capo Band, thank you for the 50. And thank you, Goody, for another gifted. Some question, is Talent not an option anymore? Usually, not really. Since Orcs have reinforced defenses on tier 2, we see that almost never, as towers and expansions are so good against them. How do you crack an Orc expansion with talents when you have this huge void at the beginning of tier 2? As you need Cyclone on tier 3 and then the long time for the Cyclone upgrade. Or can just pretty much do whatever you want. And that's oftentimes towers and cement and expansions and win. Hammerfall, match points. Yeah, this is the Lyn we all want to see.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sharp Blade Masters, so many steals. One gift sub for every balance wine I've done. 1,782 gift subs left to do. If only more people would be like you, Goody. If only. Crazy what a difference a week can make since WSB. I forgot, is it a week or was it 2 weeks?
Town is under siege.
I think it's a week. Different player, this Lyn. And yeah, you never know what moon you get these days. I feel like there was quite an improvement from game 1 to game 2. Still not enough to threaten the best. So same situation. We gotta check. Ooh, check is rather late. We gotta check if it's Dryads once again, and he wants to play the map control once again. But Hammerfall is so big with 3 different avenues.
Town is under siege.
I feel like you can hit quite nicely with Raiders here. Lyn has shown it time and time again. Also should be available, or more available, laboratories for maybe some Zeppelin action. What a tech lead this is already. 30 seconds. Yeah, that will hurt. Are we going back to the keeper though? It I don't know. Do I feel the Naga? Maybe. I was about to say, maybe the Naga was a reaction to incoming mass raiders. They can control them better, but Keeper can do the same. Not sure. We stick with Dryads though. We gotta observe if it's tier 3 or not.
A player's forces are under attack.
Double B3 instant brute strength. It's an unpunished middle camp. Oh, how nice for Moon to finally get some camps again. For free. And the heal potion's nice. And the claws and the ring, that's all nice. For the Blade Master, we can't complain either. Yeah, these guys will want to brawl. So we've had two interesting strategies by Moon. He's clearly trying something cheeky. First the no Dryad Bear rush, then the no Bear Dryad rush. And we get the tier 3 as well. Huh. That could give him an advantage. If he doesn't fall behind.
A player's forces are under attack.
In the mid game, if he can still get stuff done. He should. Oh, Le Crestfallen is drinking early today. Nice. Enjoy the vacation. Yeah, for Lin, this is such a rock-solid mid-game opening, right? He's ready for everything. He can stall time. And then we go Kodos and maybe some walkers. This feels really rock-solid. Blade Master inventory. Holy shit! Plus 18. He sees the keeper. End snare. Ready in a second. Oh, that's double end snare right away. Moon has a town portal. Needs it super soon. And is that the red spot already? Yeah. Yeah, why not? You know that Moon is far away. Go for the biggest camp on the map. Love to see it. Great adjustments. He also figured out what Moon's strat is, as he didn't see the Dryad. You can't just abstract that if you don't have Dryads. You're going to go Bears again. Smart Lin, nice observations. That took a long time for Moon. Heal ward, lovely. Orcs are rightfully complaining that their healing is very expensive usually. Rewards come for free. Demon Hunter will be quite a bit stronger. Gets additional armor, gets evasion, will get his orb, unlike game 2. The so beloved orb. It is remarkable though. Oh, there's zero progress on the Keeper. He was later than the Shadow Hunter already. He wanted to creep jack up right, or ran into a creep jack up right. I'm not even sure if he wanted it that way. And then without bears and without dryads, he has to TP. And then from there on out, what did he really do? Yankee Spanky, thank you for the sub.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Oh no, that's the potion gone if he plays it right. Keeper and Bears are far, far away, unwilling to TP. The Raider is already in position to block, and the heal wave as well. Oh man, Staff is on cooldown, so this is the big heal potion gone that he would have loved for a later fight. Took some time. But he just goes for it. He just goes for it again. And snare lockdown. That's the enemy potion committed. 2